Hi, Vitali. You know the drill and the fan shape. Just turn it to 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Something. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Left hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Nikki, so you're covering your hands and you're stretching your fingers back towards your wrist and you're letting your elbow sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to try to bring it to your centre line rather than kind of off like that.
I'm going to sort of stretch there.
You do?
I'm trying to, it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't, the movement doesn't seem to, maybe it does that.
Okay, so it's that feeling you're looking for.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so you're applying that to yourself. So you can
But you should
control.
the moving in should enhance it.
Yes. So it does, it tightens everything up.
Right, yeah.
Because you're taking the slack out of here,
Ah,
and
yeah.
then there, and then the last bit is your fingers towards your wrist.
It's, as with all these things, it's rather subtle. There's some,
if you just cover that bit, you don't get the stretch I'm looking for. You need to cover the fingers and stretch those back.
it also seems that it's a lift side, it goes down.
Yeah, you're right. It needs to go back
that
towards,
was the difference.
pointing towards the elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this is a bit of a paired stretch. It's always a good idea. So basically, here I just hold and you relax. And relax some more. Okay, so you just basically take the stretch you want. So you're going to come in, bend in. Yeah?
So,
Yeah, well, that's fine. Then you go out and then you come in. Yep, so what I do is I'm not passive in this. So I'm not just putting his shoulder vaguely in my shoulder and oh, how was it there? Go on, you can do the exercise now, yeah. Yeah, was it a good day? Yeah. Kind of different feeling. Right. So I am extending my feeling towards my partner. I'm not pushing, am I?
well,
Right, but I am extending. So there's energy happening here. Just like there's energy happening as I'm looking at you now. It's that. Don't have to call it energy, you can call it focus, intention, doesn't really matter. But I give him my attention. So now
I can feel it.
he can feel it and he's thinking, oh, this feels a little bit tighter. Yep, so now it's up to him to decide how much stretch he takes.
That's it for me.
Yeah, so developing this skill of, oh, this is my space and you may not want to enter. And if you do so, it's at your cost, basically.
So if I do this,
Yeah.
I can feel the pain. So there we go. That's it. That's as far as I want to go.
So I'm going to put Pete, you can go with the pen on it and you have to go down. Try that. So you do 4 each side, left, right, and then you stretch your partner.
Can I go first?
Good evening.
So, if I'm not doing anything, if I'm just not focusing on you, it should be.
Yeah, let your elbow bend. So remember when we're doing it ourselves, we get the elbow bend. Just a second to try and shape it.
So if I don't focus on content, so you come right in. If I focus on something else.
Yeah, that's enough. I come in until I feel, oh, that's enough. That's very much. And now, keep going.
You come in. Is that comfortable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the job is to focus on what you're feeling. It's just there to bounce back what you're giving him, basically.
So now,
Yep, so
I put my
and I'm focusing on
attention
him
on
as
you
I
now,
do
I
it.
focus on you.
Well, if I can look at my wrist, it's somewhat
Yeah.
different. I'm going to engage with him as
So
he's
I'm extending my energy
engaging.
towards you.
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Is this actually a stretching exercise?
Yes, it's a stretching exercise, but it's also a pair, working with a pair exercise.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Just improving that stretch.
Wrist to wrist there. So my wrist.
That's
That's it.
pop that in the.
Pop into your shoulder.
The bit that bends round.
Yeah,
Pop into your shoulder. Joint. There. That relaxes. Now you just imagine you're sending whatever's coming this way back towards him.
Okay.
I'm going to take it
I
back.
think I'm right in there. Yeah, I need to focus a bit more.
Yeah, so you hold me tight, your right foot into the.
I can still come in.
So what's a good test? Is can I do that?
Okay.
If I can take my hand away, there's something there. So, take your hand away. You turn your hand.
Good technique.
It's smart move, very good awareness. But it's like I plug it in.
Just focus on me as it's in. To me.
Sucked it in, it's going down to my centre. Now, if you just try to pull straight back, it doesn't go unless you take all of me with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so make this sort of bring it to you. And then you can test Jan, and you want, when you do your finger, you increase the. How's that next now?
I'll try and take
Come
on
back
the
to
back.
actually.
Okay,
So stretches actually really make a difference.
focus your attention. Yeah. I'll try and come with this one, yeah. That's it. That's better. That's as far as I can come without it. Start to let it touch. Go to the other side. Same. That's it. Plug it in. That's it. That's it. Okay, centered. Focus. Energy.
So the beauty of doing it this way, as opposed to doing it on yourself, is that we're doing an exercise where we're effectively having to work as one unit. There are two of you, but you have to be working as a unit.
Feel it there. Can we take a try?
Long time no see.
Okay,
So, you're welcome.
right. Now, you try. Try to do the same thing.
Right, have you all had a good one on that? Okay, well, we'll do the next stretch, which is fair. Okay, very important that when you do these things that you work on joints. Don't just put your hands randomly anywhere. Get your little finger into the crease of the joint there. Yep. And then I'm just going to drop my hands down in front of me. So it may appear that it's the pressure I'm applying from above that will do this. But when you do that, what you tend to do is you tend to hold them up with this hand and push down with that hand, and it kind of cancels each other. It's letting your hands go, but in a nice controlled way. Oh, no, surely not, which is our theme tonight, working with gravity. So just stretch them out and then back up. and 4 times to the side, but little finger on the crease of the wrist, thumb up the back, so that if you try to take his hand away, again, it's very hard to do. He tried to straighten his hand up. Oh, he did a good job of that. That's as good a job as anyone's ever done on that. All right. I will work with you, and you two carry on as you are. Okay. So 1 foot forward. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just yes, that's exactly what you should do. You should absorb it and not just stand there and take the pain. You should be thinking slightly different. I need to be exactly smart woman.
Oh, yeah, that's only.
Yeah. I'm not extending. There we go. So further before. So don't get a little slow increase.
Yes.
Increase, right? Increase it. Yeah. Okay.
Acting on my muscles.
Yes. And what instruction?
When you do that, try
Good.
as if you want to go
Yes.
to the floor.
So you're going to let your hands drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, you can drop.
That's it. There. That's it.
So it's all good now.
Okay. You try that.
Yeah, we can do it.
I need to go before next necessary, so I'm waiting to get
So,
that necessary. Stretch.
So I'm going to just
Yeah, try.
do this.
Yes.
Just center it. To center.
Okay, so
Yeah.
holding up this,
No, one more.
and long just
And then-
take this down to the centre line.
Yep, so if we're going to absorb it, down on one knee, but if it carries on coming.
So the press.
I'll take the one.
Yes.
Yes, you would.
You see, well, straight through my center.
Just.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's not totally passive.
how are you doing? Has anyone had a chance to have a go?
Well,
Not quite, okay. You want that hand on this side?
On the outside.
Yes.
Yes, that's better.
Okay, I'm not, just relax it, hold your hand.
Okay, I will try and resist it.
So if you push,
Okay.
it actually makes it quite easy for me to resist that. If you just let them fall.
And draw near.
Yes.
It's all like that.
Well, the hands will,
So,
the hands inevitably, when they fall, will
Yeah.
arc back
when
towards
you
your
decide
body.
to do this,
But your mind goes there. So if I let my mind follow my hands, you'll, I see you came forward because you felt it.
yes.
It's not as bad. If I think there, but I let my hands fall in the same direction, you'll stay there. Which is what I want really. I don't want you to, yeah, dangerous, potentially. Oh, you both had a go. You're happy?
That's all.
Yep.
Yes, that's a good one.
Kill him.
So you're not full jeopardy, are you? Just send your own in. Like that, straight away.
Right, perfect, okay.
Yes, that's it.
Good. As a rule of thumb, try not to let your body do this. I'm exaggerating a lot, but you can see here I'm potentially in kicking and punching range. Okay, so you want to kind of avoid that. I can just control it from here. Yeah, so you can't kick me, you can't punch me, and actually I can take it into phase 2 if I want to. As a rule of thumb,
First off, it seems that we full twist.
Yeah.
There's no big difference, but
I don't do that.
okay.
No, I never twist.
Well, it's only a twist, but it's just when if you've
Okay,
pointing
okay.
inwards,
To
it's
take
works.
attention.
Okay, so in a lot of schools, they do that. They'll go sideways. Very uncomfortable. It hurts basically, and I don't like it. Yeah, there you go. So, you know, it's fine, but it's martially it's effective, but it's just a bit unkind on the body if you keep doing that. Okay, so I respond really well in this direction. They haven't got a lot of latitude on that direction, so I go back to him. Yeah, and then if I want to let go, does it hurt?
No.
No. Did you have to go down?
Well, if I didn't, it would hurt more.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't really quite so exaggerate, I just found that if their hand was naturally a bit like that, it didn't really sort of work, actually lift it up.
Well,
It worked.
oh, in that case, you're doing exactly what I'm doing,
Right.
because I would lift it up, so it's directly aligned with that arm.
Yeah, it wasn't twisting out. but
Yeah,
it's just if-
I'm
if
not
it
gonna
wasn't
go,
straight. then
yeah,
it would
no, I
work,
will bring it so that it's
Yeah.
above the elbow and in line with the shoulder.
Could you try doing from the side to up and?
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Yeah.
That's
But
why I
it's
don't do
a
it.
tiny difference, though, which
It is a tiny difference, and a tiny difference make a difference.
So I can get out of that quite easily,
Yeah,
couldn't I?
you're good.
From there, I can't. It's
No.
just more difficult for me to get.
Yeah, okay, so our last stretching exercise on the wrist. I ask you to put one hand on the upper, or the forearm, okay? This one comes in, and you're going to press some flesh. So don't twist the fingers off. That will make him move too, but again, he won't love me. So this is more like a good handshake. It's flesh to flesh, okay? It's not the dead fish one, and it's not the I'm going to crush your body one, okay? It's the 50-50 one. We're both equal partners in this, right? Except you're doing it in reverse and you're not trying to wrap your fingers around. You could do, but I'm going to ask you not. So just press the palm to the palm, and then as you bring your attention to him, you'll find that he decides to lean back. It's good for a laugh, isn't it? So here, bring your attention, follow, 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 then swap it round. Then have a little pause in between. You don't want to make it a merry-go-round experience. Palm to palm, bring your attention. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
If I don't move, it hurts.
Yeah, you definitely decide you don't want to be there, usually. Okay, have a go.
Ready?
So, I'm staying hold here because even though you're not very strong,
This is also a stretching exercise, so maybe it's
Well,
slowly
you
but
can
slowly, so I
resist
can feel it build up.
if you want to be stubborn, you can just.
Is that okay?
You just
Two
affect
person
it.
does,
Just this. Right? I don't want to encourage you too much. I don't want this to still. Here, I can feel that already coming in front of you.
Can you do that as well?
One.
Yeah.
So what I'm talking about,
Do my centre, John.
So as I bring my attention, you feel it. I don't want to be there.
over my
So
shoulder.
when I bring down,
I'll include your arm.
Yes.
send you my knee.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that. This is just for the grip.
Yeah, just because.
So when your hands are much smaller than mine,
Even less chance to be able to do anything to you there.
But it's like, I'll grip, if something's happening, I'll grip your hand and then I'll just.
So that's straighten the wrist up and point the fingers towards. Yes,
Yeah.
carry on.
so in your centre.
Oh, so you don't move anything round.
Stay in the
So the long
centre.
hand is-
That's
It's
better.
coming round,
Yeah, that's it.
and just take that attention.
No, if I remember correctly, you're dots.
Okay.
So when you're dots, you're really doing those tight turns.
So.
You stay in your centre. That way you kind of don't get giddy and say you're
How can
So always, you're the centre of the movement. I'm the guy that's on the outside, having to go around your centre.
I? Okay.
So
So fingers touch the belly button.
it's your left
Yes, or anywhere on the centre.
Okay, so again,
That was the last time.
So you can take up the tension.
It will work because it's on the centre.
Mhm.
So yeah, I tend to.
Tension
Probably
up.
go to the middle of your forehead.
that's it.
For this one.
They need to get the arm here.
Stay still. Though. So
Which way?
you can go around this arm straight.
You want this tension on there, tension. Okay, send it through again.
Okay.
Can we just have a little bit of, she's getting there.
Yeah, she is.
Again,
Just have to apply more muscles, but that's not really the point, is it?
you need to focus on me as well. Is that really-
Oh, yeah, well,
Okay,
no.
thanks. Hi,
Hey,
nice to meet you.
Martina?
Mm.
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Martina.
Malvina, okay. That's it. Do you want to go first?
Okay, great. So it's not zipping your shoulders when you do it.
Right, yes, that's it. I was doing that.
Which is kind of an unnatural move. No, it's like you tap me on the shoulder. I say, oh, hi, Ella. How are you? Yeah, what's happening today? Good. Full attention to you.
Okay, you show us.
Lift you up.
So this was more tension.
I've got the tension. I've got no tension. I've got all the loose.
You stay there. So
I'm just
you're going to
steady
take this one. It's going to stay there.
Right.
You're going to move around.
I've said it.
So I'm going to do it. You're on the right hand side of the face me. Start the outside of the centre.
That's it, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That foot.
Yeah.
Got to get the tension right.
Yeah.
A bit more than that. Why do you think it's important?
Yes.
There, I can't reach
Yes.
it, but you can
Yeah, I was trying to
I can reach you there.
Get you on the toes.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of twists involved as well.
Yeah. The twist itself is just taking.
Okay, maybe
It's
difficult for me
Take
to.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to. Push around.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
I think she's more or less, so, the one thing you don't want to do is don't push your hand towards you. Actually, it comes to you. So my hands are here, and they're going to stay here. Yeah. So, just one more thing. So I've got the connection now, I know I have.
I can feel the connection.
Right?
Here.
Now, and that's one of the shoulders.
This hand is the one that's got the. Yes.
So here.
Yes.
Yeah, right. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to extend my, very good. You are sensitive to this stuff. So what I did was I'm literally channeling energy to you. So I'm, yes, so you don't want to come in.
Just take a little
I don't really want you here, because that's a problem. I'd rather you're over
Take tension
there.
out. Take tension out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Practice.
Is that hand
over?
But you want to do this at the same time, okay?
Nice. Yeah, okay.
That's better, much better.
Yeah, so look,
That's right. Don't focus on my own, focus on me.
really
Send your
good.
energy. That's it. He's getting there, it's getting there. No.
Yeah.
Shall we go?
That's the other, that's what we're trying to do.
No, don't think about me being stronger or you being less strong. Think about your energy, your extended your energy. Don't forget you need to make a connection here and send it from here as
Okay,
well.
so,
Yeah.
but to me, right, you're doing this,
Yeah.
it's kind of you're being concentrated on what you're doing.
Focus on me.
I want you to be concentrated on giving something to
A bit more.
I'm over here. That's it. I'm a human being.
I was trying to send you the right way. It's fine.
Yes, that's right.
I suppose, yeah, but there's a natural something there.
Right, so our focus today, although we have some of those stretches we don't do it, some of you do, we're going to be focusing on working with gravity. Okay, so what do we know about gravity?
Brings you down.
It does bring you down. What direction is down? Yeah, and you all pointed straight down to the ground. You didn't go, it's down, you went, it's down. Okay, but when we're working, very often, but we're going to go down. What did he do though? He walked away from my body, right? So now I can't do down anymore. In fact, he can do up because I can't control him. So when he moves, I move. So now I've still got down. So now he can't stand up. And now I can apply a little more down. It's not a push. Watch what happens when I push. Oh, sorry, just a second. So now I'm going to push him down. Go on, stand up if you can. Yeah. If I give him something to fight, he will fight it. Okay. So our idea is we become one. We're one unit now. And I provide the intention. Shall we go down? Yeah. And I'm working with Pete. I'm not working with his arm. So if I say arm, would you like to go down? It doesn't really work. I have to think actually from his nose. I think from his nose. So I put his nose on the ground. That's the line of energy I take. Sounds daft, and you don't have to believe it, but you can picture it. Just picture that line going down from his nose straight down to the ground, and then put that to be nice, because it will work. Okay, I'll work with the marionette. You have a go with it over, and then back up. Okay, so we're just doing yes, okay, good. Okay, I take your elbow towards your head, so you have to get now, this one I haven't moved my body, so could you stand up? Yeah. So I should have moved. Everyone will let you get elbow towards the head, turn down, step in. No, I mean, really, that's a gentle flow of energy down. You can feel it. One hand will be probably on the wrist. Okay, so it's my left to your left. My right comes to your elbow. Very right, and lifts up. So there we go. And through. Increase. And then I want to put your arm against my leg. So we're going to do is yeah.
Bring me to your center here.
Okay, so now I
Bring me to your center and touch your arms there, okay?
left to left.
Left to right.
Yeah.
And this is the place where I don't.
Just right.
Oh, my right to your.
Left to right.
Oh, right, what's the need?
That's it. So
Naturally.
if you stay relaxed,
So like that. When I have you,
obviously
I
you
was
need
like
to
this.
Oh, yeah.
Thumb
just
underneath.
stay relaxed.
So that actually it's hard for you to come in.
Actually,
And then
so now
Now your feet
focus on
down,
thumb underneath.
and you're
Walk
gonna
forward. So now
think
I
about
touch
putting your feet into the floor.
thumb. Gently touch my elbow to my head. Keep going. Keep going.
right, so no, not always, just a twist.
No, so now if I try to stand up.
Right,
So when you get,
so that's very good. You walk forward.
here,
I have no choice.
there should be no tension in your shoulders whatsoever. So stay there, or don't stay there. This is how I,
Right,
Okay.
all right, so that's what I'm doing. No shoulders,
Yeah.
no sense of that, just, because I'm using gravity. My arms want to hang down. So I just extend that power.
Don't focus on my arm. Obviously, you're not going to learn hands, but focus on me. There we go.
So when I did it, from the four fingers, against the fleshy bit, and the thumb is under the center.
Now think down with that, as opposed to then.
Four fingers. Yes.
All right. I'll be going around. So one more time. Okay.
Put your hand on the outside.
Focus on that.
Ow, I've got a problem.
Right, that is all.
Yeah. Always get your head right to the way of the elbow. So now just pick it down and walk forward.
It's difficult for me to get on, okay?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This time, when you get to that point, so again, walk forward without the feet down.
Okay.
No. Yes.
We'll try and resist slightly. Thank you. You just need to do your thing. At that point,
Yeah,
walk forward,
so
don't
forward
think
without the feet down. It's gone for all.
There we go.
But this time different temperature. Yeah.
It's needle.
Yeah.
So we're not worried about that.
How are we doing? Is everyone working this out? Okay. What you see, how you doing?
Yeah, we're doing fine, thank you.
Trying to break it? No.
Keep
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
What you do is customize your body. So you did that to try and get the down. Done.
We've done the whole thing, so taking the tension. You should be able to feel this. Okay, so hang on, we're going
So let's just test it. Yeah, it's down feeling. Yeah, keep that down feeling going and walk. Yes. Walk. No. Yes.
Yeah, difficult, that's it.
Now.
We all go through it.
Yeah. Yeah. Carry on. Mark.
Sorry, so.
Okay. Right. So. You come around, down. What do we get when we have it down? What's the reaction when I get up? Why would he go up when I send him down? No, because I'm taking him out of balance. Nobody wants to go out of balance, so he wants to come back into balance. But when you come back into balance, you usually overshoot, you go up, which creates the next down. So, come in. Thanks. So, this is stopping him coming into me, right? So I'm feeling that energy. Did you see how he stepped into the space when I removed the block? Here's the block, we're each other up. I never want to just do that, or rarely. I want to work with what we've got. Now, if I didn't use this hand, he now runs away and hits me with the other hand or whatever. So as I step into his place, I take control. So now it's harder for him to get away. Yeah. Yeah. So his energy's going that way. I'll agree with that. Round, up. But I'm not doing this with strength. So let me tell you, this is good. When I try and get the lip like that, it doesn't work. I'm extending, I'm continuing that circle. I'm continuing to lead that up. There. It's a big circle, really. But it's a bit like looping a loop. Eventually, you have to come down. When you reach the top, you go down. So, in. And I follow him as he's traveling. I turn him my head. I want to maintain that relationship with him for as long as possible. Does that make sense? Cool. Then I will have to go with you with that.
Are you provoking the up reaction by
Yes.
pushing down a little bit?
Yes. So, for real, if we do this slightly faster, okay, there's a down before he's even arrived. I've gone down. If I wait till he grabs me, excuse me, too late, see? So when he's coming on the move, I need to move his mind before he's arrived. So we're always, if you imagine a stick in a river, it's always on the front. And it moves as the current comes. It doesn't wait 10 seconds and then suddenly it will move. It just moves as the energy hits it. And that's what we want to do. But the energy hits us before he does. When we start from basics, this is lower level. Okay, I want to get used to where my body's supposed to move in this. I can feel it. I'm having to work to keep him out. So now I'm just going to let that flow. This is what I'm doing with my arm. It's dropping in front and turning the wrist and coming back over. If I do that, it won't work. He'll stop me. I have to turn this wrist to keep the flow going. Yep. It stops. And I'll carry on. So everything's in fluidity. Everything is changing in little bits, incrementally. My hips are changing, my feet are changing, my wrist is changing. My arm is changing from a neutral to a down, to an up, to a down. Yep. All working parts working together is what we're looking for. So I'm going to do that. You have a go. And Pete, you have a go with Tony. Saved you.
You're going to grab it.
Yeah, I want to feel it's like.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So,
no,
that's right. We're now extending key into me, so we're now engaged in that position.
I said, oh, you
So I'm going to let you come through.
now
Around. Yeah. But so don't worry, I will protect you.
and you can feel I'm not really using any strength.
Are you happy with that one?
Yeah, they're changing from starting a really balanced position to what's going on?
Yeah.
right.
Which one? Okay.
You can go for
Conscious.
there you go. I'm not so good.
Yeah. No hidden movements. Okay, do you want to try? Want to feel?
Yes, yeah. Calm down.
No, okay. Extend key to you. And you extend the key to me. Feel my key pushing forwards.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, we're going to step
I'm
to one side. No,
That's
so what are you going to do is so using the hips, the feet.
okay, so that's appropriate. I can stop that. Needs to go higher. And
Okay. So it's you're right. You're a little bit out.
this.
Blend. My key's going that
You
way.
see this thing heading towards your face? You know I'm not over here.
So
No.
you're going to let me step through. So you're going to okay. So when I step through, so if you let me just step through.
Okay.
Down.
Right.
Can you see how subtle it is?
And then you're going to
Yeah,
take
you're
it
gonna-
up
it has to be really focused.
and round a little
And it
bit.
has to be
Oh,
fully
that's
focused.
good, yeah.
It's kind of like
We'll
this.
do it slowly, really far into the.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just do it.
So it's not just up and down, you know, look at this one, center.
Yeah, so we can go to fashion energies. One's got to get
I'm not very balanced at all.
So.
Now we're going to move. Don't forget the down.
Take it in.
I'm moving to a place, and you're not moving. I did all that, nothing's happened.
But I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, until backwards. Now you're
Just
strong.
go like that.
Okay, and you're easy to move.
Not this side.
Stretch you.
Oh, okay, right, so stop there, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really nice.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. Sounds like
Yeah.
they-
Yeah.
Over.
It does happen sometimes.
Because then you will have, so mine has gone from this position to, oh.
Can I come more easily?
In the outside.
Yeah, stop that.
If I was coming in and you just automatically.
Yes.
With regards to this position.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's
you
not
can feel where you're going.
Right feet. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
So when I let you in.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
So I'm not walking towards her, I'm just letting you into my
Yes.
space. Beside.
Unless she doesn't want to touch you.
Okay, right.
Maybe
So
she
not
just wants to
not-
grab
not
my
carrying
wrist and
it
say,
in,
"You're not
but then-
going
yeah.
anywhere." You're not
Yeah,
going
basically
anywhere.
just.
No, just, so if I
You're
just
moving
come
your
away,
mind and
you'll stop
My
me.
mind is going,
So
okay,
hold on.
So you might.
No, you're not going, I want to go.
So you have to go to bed.
Finish up the move.
And then we go around.
Yeah, because so it's basically.
Yeah,
You're also sort of dictating.
What energy they give
away from
determines the
the
movement
wall,
of the
pulling
movement.
around every one of the
No, I don't
principles
decide
here
what I
is
want to do, I do what she's telling me she wants.
Put yourself in the right place. You're trying to be in the right place. So when we get to this
Okay, so.
position, I'm in your place, I'm in your position.
So.
I'm in the same place, we're placed together.
So
So we're
it
connected.
feels like you might.
So, down, and then.
Shall I touch you now? That's the Roman caution.
Okay, wait,
You have to
The
closer
If
you
I
are.
won't come to you, then
So
you have to come to
more,
me.
you're
Yes.
the further we are away,
So if.
well, it's from you, okay?
If I take you there,
Oh, yeah.
if I bring you.
Your wrist.
We're together.
Too close, actually. Let's go.
Well, that's when you hit and the movement.
There's another element.
And then these movements are
If you want to attack me,
basically gain the movement, understand.
with this hand here,
So,
Yes.
if I want to take your hand,
coming in, and I'm taking.
Yes.
So, my commitment is to take your wrist and you go, well, no, you're not having my wrist.
Take your
You're gonna take it away.
away from.
Okay. So just a couple of things. So just stay static. You don't, you're holding it, so I don't want to, so if I try to get away, it's tough. Okay? There's no energy in. He's not pulling me towards him either. He's just saying, no, you're not going anywhere. So here I have to come in. Notice that the last thing I move is my arm. You can have that. Now, I'll agree with his opinion. Okay, so he's comfy, he's comfy, he's comfy. Until now you can see his stretch. That could be doing that, then you don't see the big circle and the down and the up, because it's fun. So notice that I have to come right into him and I have to still observing his power. If I just try and perhaps say, oh, well, there's a problem here, but the rest of my body still works. Oh, which way did you want to go? Oh, you want to go that way, didn't he? Oh, yes. Now I can control it. But this last bit is what does it. That helped, but this opening up of the wrist. Subtle, but it's really important. Actually, you don't have to hold this. So if my hand comes this way, not a lot will happen, because that's not a threat to him. But if it goes this side of his head, all of a sudden, he begins to move. If you find yourself, it will break down. So you have to stay close and go at that side of his face. Ideally, what you're doing is you're going for the nose, and then at the last moment you divert. But because we're nice and we do Aikido, we tend to just divert straight away. That's sufficient. I don't really want to risk, but if you can imagine I'm holding a sword, smash that hilt into his face is pretty effective. So that would be the attack. Yeah. So that's kind of where it's coming from. the diversion and the energy is sufficient. So I send the energy there, and we can be kind with the way we finish. Yeah. If I just put my hand there, it doesn't work. Have to send the energy, and then it will work. Okay. So energy, intention, focus, key, call it what you want, doesn't really matter, but we all understand its impact. We know when someone's angry. Kind of walk into them and think, whoa, what's been going on here? Or when someone's miserable, it's kind of dead energy feeling. We just understand these things naturally. It's not magic. All we're doing is tapping into something that we've got and learning to control it in a positive way. Yeah. Okay, so just bear in mind those couple of tricks. I'll have a go with you. Then you have a go with Paramina, and you have a go with them.
Okay. So do you want me to attack you?
I'm holding you. Okay, so here,
So
remember,
it's not for really that, so I have to.
you see the impact coming on. So here I'm just standing here.
Yeah. You're kind of off key already.
Forward. So my
one thing I've done in the past
initial
through this
you, and then I open up. Last bit.
You're here. So you're just holding me.
Because then I can do this.
If I want to go away, you're going to hold it. So you need to come in.
Really up, you're close.
And I will bring it.
Otherwise I come away and I tell you again. So when I hold it here, I can away. But if I'm holding this, yes, everything you can move. If you want. And of course you would want.
Right. Would you like to have a go? If you want to go, yeah. So,
Yes, that's magic.
that's it. So we
So one has to
okay,
drop.
that's it.
You know what they say?
So look here.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
And then, so I've still got you now. I've still got your arm now. Still got your arm now. Yeah.
That's nice.
I'll get off that.
Now.
So don't forget. So now, yeah, open up a bit more. That's it. That's it. Betty. And then
Let your mind go.
try. Don't bend over. Try and stay.
Can't reach higher than
Try
you.
and stay. Stay upright. Yeah. So we'll do it.
Yes.
Okay, so all in one together. So hand. That's it. That's it. That's it. Good. But just
Way out there.
pull it
Oh,
through.
hi, guys.
Pull it through. It was there. So when I go down, step in.
Over there. And you want it to be.
We'll do it
Over
slowly.
there.
The whole thing. Close. So put it here.
Because remember, I'm extending you too.
That's it. That's it. Step. Yeah. Just try and stay straight. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they want to go out. Right. So you can see. And we'll go to the side. So here. Okay.
Yes, it's already here.
Feels you were out. I step. But I'm still in control of my posture. So if you try and push it over now, shouldn't really go.
Oh, watch out for this one. This is the problem. So I just turn.
Same again.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Stretch it out now. Step in.
Yes.
Yeah, so So if I'm here, yeah, still staying without studying on it. Okay.
Most Aikido, there's always an up, and then there's always a down. Up is up, down is down. But to create that, we go in a circle. So there's a little bit that way, and there's a little bit that way too. We don't let our mind really go there. Our mind is just thinking. So I'm pushing. So here. There's a down here. So you're going to want to come up. Up now. Whereas you want to go, you also go down. So this is one of those where, as he connects, I roll this over. It's going to make this shape. It's not going to make that shape. I'm not going to do anything weird with my hand. Push. That's there. It's not strong. In fact, what you're doing is putting a wrist lock on me there. You're putting the Nikio that we were doing in the first place. It's uncomfortable. So I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to. This is weak. I'm completely cutting off that energy channel. Push. Yeah, now you're just spearing yourself on my energy. That's dumb, isn't it, really? So my attention is always focused outwards towards my partner until I blend. So I could choose just to hold him out of here, but actually what happens is I just change the direction of it a little bit. So his energy is coming in here, I'm going to roll it. Now my hand's on top, his hand's underneath. So I can definitely go down, but it's very hard for him to come up from there. But I know he's going to want to come up, so what I do is I sweep across the middle. I've got all sorts of horrible things I could do. Martially, you probably do them, right? Doing Aikido, so you don't. We look to blend, so I step into my partner's place. Here, I step in. And I give it round. Now he's at the top. I'm not going to go skiing. Okay? So that's what he'll do. He'll walk backwards. I want him to go down. He won't crumple into that tiny space. He can't. He'll fall backwards because that's the only way he can absorb the force. But my energy goes straight. So if he travels, I want you to go straight down. Don't let your energy travel where you know his body's going to go. Because then if you've got a good one, just walk backwards with you. And then when we get to the end, it's tedious. So, just let me have a minute. Can you see this gap here? Okay. What I want to do is I want to close that so that we've got unity here. Here, push. You can move me, but once I connect, now I can stop it or go with it, do what I want to do. So I just need to join with this. Then I use gravity to drop. I'm now pushing. I'm not using gravity. So it's like I'm trying to lift my body up from here. Just let it forward. Yeah. And you can come in, and as he's coming up, you can turn. And then down. It's not pulling him down. I'm going to pull it. You've got a big, strong bloke, or just a centered girl, frankly, and you use force, they just absorb it. It's this feeling. It's totally natural down, working with gravity. My arms don't want to stay here all day. I can hold them for a bit, but after a while it gets boring in there. Yeah, just let them go down. And that's what I'm going to do. Joining with his energy flow, and then off we go in a new direction. So I'm going to go. You, yes. Right, so Yes, energy's coming towards me. If it's going off in that direction, again, I can't manufacture the move I want to do. So if your energy's going over there, and no, it stops. Keep going over there. Then I can use that now. But you're not really impacting me. You're pushing there. It's making it dangerous for you. You're trying to control me. So you're trying to push into. You want to stop me grabbing my sword and maybe stab me with a knife or whatever. That's kind of the idea, yes. Don't stop, keep coming. That shows I made a mistake, I should have done something. As you come, I'm hoping to again, it's hard to come up with some little leg. But yeah, I know you want to, so I don't get in the way. I let you that way.
You step in. Straight down.
Round.
Go straight down.
Hopefully you feel I'm not trying to spring.
No.
Just following along.
I'm a bit less on fingers.
So if you go over there, come on, I can't
They
see
have to
that.
see my body change.
Just you're trying to. So the only way we ever get to learn a particular technique is if we have the right energy attacking us for that defense. If you get something else, then trying to do that defense to that attack never works. Because then I'm not, it's just inappropriate. I've got to always work with what you're giving me, not what I want from you or what I've been told to give me. I have to work
Force you to take down.
The elbow goes right
Yeah.
Then so
sometimes
Yes.
so depending on the shape, depends on the direction of the
Down.
right up in the air.
down.
Yes, then I would come down the back. If it doesn't go across the head, I'll come down the side of it. But always to stay close to one like this. If I pull away from it, it's wonderful. You can't do anything, but at least I'm looking after your body. We'll have a go, so when you go down.
Yes. Just to get that stretch.
I'm just
And turn, maybe step in.
That's it.
So that one, yes. Turn around, keep turning, until it comes down my back. Now, down. But make sure I can't hit the head. Which I wasn't intending to do, but I got quite close.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure how to do it.
Stand straight.
That's it. Oh, okay. So
So when I put you down, come down, wouldn't you?
yeah.
I wouldn't stay here either. I wouldn't normally
Down.
stand up. I would.
Don't forget to, once you've got this position.
You're reminded, yeah. You're one of the big groups.
Yes.
Not quite. Okay.
Yes, but don't force it. If you try and force it, I'll fight you.
Yeah, it's together.
So it's like yours. It's like putting a pint of beer on the bar. If I try to push through the bar, that's what happens. You're reacting straight away, and I can't move you. You're quite strong. If I just lay my beer on it. Yes, nice. Things that way. Remember the other hand has to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's get that.
Good. Thumb.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I'll come in.
Turn. And down. Yes.
And I should have moved it.
Hey, you're places to think about. Over. Don't push away, just over and down. Circle.
Oh, yes.
Because you're doing
So
that,
what
your
we
hips
need-
will follow. Because I know what.
It's
independent. Now I'm vulnerable if someone to grab that hand. But here, it's still in touch with myself.
Yes. Round.
Not like that.
Obviously.
Turn your hips.
That's it.
Turn your hips.
No.
Hips.
Oh, I'm going completely the wrong way.
Right. So when you turn your hips, notice my hips away from you. You're safe. Stop that.
No, just not grip. Yeah.
So you need to be, you're safe now. Yes, good. Carry on. And
So my fingers?
everything
Works,
is
yeah.
totally natural. If you don't force it, you make a mistake. You might win, but actually you're stronger. One day you'll be someone stronger than you. Or faster.
I mean, what's everything?
Just go to me. Yes, very nice. Good. Yes. You did leave your face there hanging. Well, I'll deliberately move backwards a bit, but you still stay literally and having your body. So you put your head in your right foot range. Right, so it's dropped. Well, eventually you have to let go. How are we doing, Andrew?
Yeah.
Very nice, Malvo.
That's good.
Yeah, lovely. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what it is. Judo. You never allowed to go in judo. You always go to ground. So it's, yeah, just letting go of someone is absolutely.
You can take them to ground.
Right.
So that if you're doing this martially, you know, there's always something horrible at the end of it.
Yeah. It sort of makes sense. Once you have on some that follow.
So this is a martial art, right? Depends on your balance between the martial and the artistic content. In this particular style, I would say there's quite a lot of emphasis on the art, symbolic, as opposed to, right, I'm going to crush you and I'm going to let you know I can crush you. But it's important that you know where it can end up. You don't know that the end of that is that pin and smash you in the face then.
Yeah.
Just let you get up and you know, they're going to go again. And ultimately, it doesn't matter how much control, they just keep doing it until they fall. In the end, if you haven't got a lot of confidence, you probably do want to pin them and you may need to finish them. Well, you know, because the question is more them.
Yeah, I do come with so much new art points.
So always ask a question. That's good. Nice. Yeah.
So one question expecting. You can help already. I'm not thinking to turn. I'm not thinking to turn before I get a chance to react.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Because I'm okay. No, so just so not so tight and I want that the energy's going down.
Also use your.
If I fix to a point, there's this tendency to pull. But if I'm just thinking of this feeling.
Yeah. You need to turn before I get a chance to react.
So when we attach to our partners, it's hard to shift them. It's kind of this view. So to practice, I'll get the feeling of what it's like for my arm to flow through space when I don't get in the way. Only my mind can get in the way. Well, I'm going to drop Yan. So I'm thinking about Yan. I'm not thinking about how my body works. I'm not thinking about that nice light feeling of letting it flow. I quite like these exercises at the start of the class. I like the flowiness of them because I know that's the feeling I want to replicate when I'm doing my technique. So very often when I'm doing a technique like this, if people get stuck, I'll say, just practice what that feels like, and then step into the same. And you've got that feeling, and you're not so worried about what's he going to do. You're just concentrate on replicating that feeling. Yep. And what happens is my energy goes through him. I'm not thinking where I touch. If I think where I touch all I do is annoying, certainly not going to throw them, right? Because you've got all this supporting structure there to stop him going down. So my energy, if I want him to go to the floor, then that's where my energy has to go. And if I connect with him, he will want to go there. There isn't much to resist. It's to resist with that. You can feel it, it's annoying, I don't want to go down, stop trying to do that to me. So all our feelings, oh, this is good. Always gentle, gentle, persuasive, leading into a better place. As far as I'm concerned, at least.
If you try and put more force to it, I'll resist more.
You will, exactly. Yeah, so ultimately, we all come with a, oh, I'm going to need to try harder. It's not working, I need to try harder. Harder usually means muscles. And then if we're working, sometimes we're working with a higher grade, the mind's already said this is going to be tricky. You're going to have to try hard here. You've already blown it. Yeah? You're just as capable of relaxing like I can. You do it at many moments in your ordinary day. What we're trying to do is make it a repeatable phenomenon that you can pull out of the bag whenever you need it. Yeah? Oh, hi. That's the aim of this. Would you like to try that? Of course you would. Okay. Pick a partner, any partner. Hello, who's going first?
Hello.
What do you want? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You want to speak first?
You want to do me?
Go for it.
And back rolling not best thing yet.
Okay.
James. Try to get that no, you went because you thought you had to.
Yeah.
And you knew, just after I started, oh, I should be doing this.
Yeah.
So I want you to know, you're always centered. You're the same. If I try to take liberties with you, oh, come on.
That word, well, that was a force.
Right.
Was it what I feel like you were using some of them now? Well,
Yeah. So that one's going back. So just do that. Down, down.
Usually much more obvious sort of.
We'll give up on that one now. Wasted energy. Nice. Try. You started right, and then you got harder.
Okay.
So the point you got harder, I started to do it.
The gentle you are more.
Why did you stop that? Yeah, how did you?
Straight down. Right,
Down is always going. It's not stop. It's not. Doesn't stop here. Not there. Your mind goes all the way down.
So what we're thinking is.
See, I'm not resisting that because it's nice.
Yeah, there's one second. It's always, yeah.
So if you try and.
Yeah.
My job is for me,
Of course, you know.
to be like a mirror of what's going on. So if I don't really go always around my shoulders, I'm going to make my navigation, I'm definitely going to have. But if you get it right, even if it's gradual, it doesn't matter. Okay, so so lift it up. Yes. We're not, so this comes in handy on other exercises. On this one, it's up. Come on, it still has to come in front of me. And it still has to come back to me. But my only thought is I want my arm up.
I want the difference.
Yes. So when you go down,
A big feeling of difference.
because if you do that and it stops behind you, let's do a range. Right. Down is down. Yes. Yes. Very good.
So I'm basically just going to, replicate what you're feeling. I'm replicating what
You're just thinking
Behind me.
to the ground.
So it's more natural. You stop.
Yeah.
When you're coming in,
It's not surprisingly difficult. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a quality.
I mean, it's true, but it works.
I couldn't find it when I wanted to, but
Because even if you stop, well, actually, if you stop again, even if you step back, by the time you step back, you're already going down.
Always the
hobby
floor.
starts, walk up those stairs.
Just to move my legs out, take a step.
That was well. Right, okay, so just to show you the power of the mind. So down, down, down. Up, 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 up. So it doesn't look any different, does it? Still look fluid, but something in my brain is saying, ah, the energy is different because I've learned English for a while, about 62 years actually. So kind of everything in my body to do with up is programmed to think then. So even when I try not to, when I let my body emulate down, a bit of you saying, no, you don't want to go up, because that's what it's saying. That's at the forefront of your brain. So words count. Can't, 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 can. Negative words have a negative impact. Positive words have a positive impact. Yeah. So get used to assuming that you can. Does it mean that you will? No, because sometimes you have to develop your skills to get to the point that you can. Right? But it's possible. You just haven't taken the steps yet to get to the point where you can do it. But if you're saying can't, you just close the door. You know, the next step isn't really possible because I can't do that. I can't play that because I'm no good. I want to play some other sport. So, yeah, you know, you have to be persistent. You have to know that in order to achieve skill levels in whatever it is you're doing, art, okay? Oh, it's going to be really hard as hell. Yeah, well, maybe it will, maybe it won't, maybe you'll pass, maybe you'll fail, but you'll give it your best effort. And if you keep giving your best effort, 2 years from now, your best effort will be better than what it was 2 years before that. Okay. So when people come to an Aikido mat, some of them are really athletic and very good with sports, and some of them are not so. Okay. I promise you, the guys that really do something with Aikido, the ones that just keep showing up. If you keep showing up, it will change you. And it will, your body, whatever it brings, your body and your mind will bring out the best of what you've got. And your Aikido will be fantastic. It'll be your Aikido that is fantastic. It won't look like anybody else's Aikido, but because you've got a good grasp of all the skills you've got and how your body works, it becomes very effective. Okay? So I practice with Steve, who's watching now, who's blind. Oh, surely he can't do Aikido, he's blind. It's ridiculous, don't be stupid. He can do Aikido, believe me. Okay? I practice with people with one leg, I practice with people with one arm. I practice with people in a wheelchair. Yeah. So you can do it to your standard, and there are people that take all sorts of students who are disabled with all sorts of incapacities. Doesn't matter. They bring their own strengths. You know, to get through life when you've got some sort of incapacity, you have to make up for it in other ways. Aikido isn't about the wonderful throw and the wonderful athleticism. It's beautiful when you've got two people who are like that. It's not about that. It's about using principles and adopting standards that really work. Okay. So, any questions? Okay. So this principle we've been working with today of working with gravity, can you think of a more powerful force in the universe than gravity? Because I can't. Okay. You cannot beat gravity. Okay. So learning to work with it and how to stay in the flow of that line when you're throwing something is a very important skill, awareness to develop. Yeah. If you're aware of the line and you keep your power in line with that and you stay with your partner, Aikido is really easy. So when I'm dropping you, you're thinking, but you didn't really do anything, that was kind of funny. And it's because, you know, I'm just tapping into gravity really. No great power that I've got, I'm just using gravity. It's already there. Yeah. So, you know, you're comparatively small as a lady, you're never going to be stronger than him physically, and neither will you. You're bigger, but you're never going to be stronger than these guys. You won't. Not unless you weightlifting for 15 years, and that seems a bit of a waste of your life, really. So, you know, but you can be as powerful as any guy, because there's no limit to your ability to tap into universal force. You just need imagination and belief.
I was about to say that my energy, my strength that I give Ella, for instance, she can turn that against me. She can use it against me.
Yeah.
Then that becomes her power.
That's yes. So the smarter you are, and actually generally, it's often said that women are better at Aikido than men, because they're used to being sensitive. So they don't try and break things with power, because they know they can't. They just move with energy better, and they're more gentle naturally. So they're able to sort of do it better. And they're generally more sensitive, I think. Unfortunately, they are. We kind of cut off our emotions, and women not so much. Of course, it's a generalization, but generally they're just a bit more savvy and aware of. You know, you hear ladies talking about, well, should we go out? And then there are 15 different varieties of what they might do because they're so aware that one of them might not want to do it. It takes them forever, whereas blokes just go to the pub on Friday at 8, see you there. I don't care if it's not convenient for anybody, or it might hurt someone's feelings if they don't like it. I'll take it for coffee. We'll just do it that way. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to finish now. We're going to do a bit of relaxation, really. So what you're going to do is you're going to simply say that okay, that's how I'm cross-legged. Cross-legged is better. And you put your left hand in your right hand, you bring your thumbs together, and very important you keep straight. How high can you go? How low? Oh yes, she just gained 6 inches. Amazing. Okay, this is never good. Okay, so I'm just test that slump. Okay. How do you feel energetically right now? It's horrible. I feel my belly's being crushed. My spine is just, I'm very aware of it because I stand. So when I draw myself up, how do you feel now? I feel I have something adjustment. I feel much more positive. I'm using my spine to support my body in the way it's designed to be used. We've got dancers back. Lucky girl. So, but it makes a difference. You know, if you want a healthy old age, develop these habits now. Become aware of them and learn how your body works. Okay. This machine. Right. So again, we straighten the back. What happens if we stare down with our hands like this? Well, I tell you what, I'm putting a lot of strain on my neck. This is not comfortable. And I've lost touch with all of you lot, because all I can do is my hands. So it's important that we keep that alignment. Now, again, just feel how all the pressure disappears when you do that. And you could go like this, you could go like that, any of those directions. Yes, your body can do it, but no, it's not comfortable and it's not very energy efficient. So we want the energy efficient place. Okay, and now I just want you to become very aware of the feeling of down that's going through your body right now, and your connection with the mat, and how actually it'd be really difficult to try and leap up from this position. We're kind of stuck to the mat in this position. But that's okay, it can be comfortable. Don't fight it. Let your energy drain into the earth. So that if anyone were trying to move you now, you would be like a tree with deep roots, looking difficult to move. Just begin to focus on your breath. Breathe at your own pace. Notice what goes on in your body as you do it. Notice the quiet that brings. And with the quiet, the awareness of all the little noises that are going. You haven't paid attention to before. Particularly the clock. TV in the other room. You didn't notice for the whole time you were practicing, probably. Fan in the computer. Notice the calm it brings. With calmness, we see things clearly. And when we see things clearly, we have a much better idea what to do. And in a fog, the options, the choices kind of seem to disappear. Notice the awareness of your center. So it's very easy when you've kind of had fun to find this state of calm. When you're under stress, it's not so easy to be aware that you can take the time out to do something like this. Just become a little bit more peaceful. So I just recommend it as a habit to develop. When the pressure's coming on, take yourself away, find a little space. It doesn't have to be this exact exercise. Just focus on your breathing, focus on your posture. Just focus on you for a little while. When you go back, you still may not have the answer, but you'll feel better. And then very often the next day, when you've slept on it, the answer comes. Very well. So, any questions, any thoughts, any responses you'd like to make? Yes.
Just when we were doing the technique. You have to remember the technique, I forgot, it's the one. You turn around. Shinagi. You turn at the same time, so you turn together. So I was saying that you need to turn before they turn, but it's sometimes difficult because we turn at the same time.
If you don't stretch the partner out, that often happens.
Right. Okay.
A bit more.
Okay.
We'll change the technique.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite common. Anything else? As you do, something. Yeah, it's. Do you know what most young people do? Be a star and practice going around these straight. Good for you. That's a nag for Dad for this week. And you see you sitting at the dinner table or in the armchair, and you can make that.
Well, I did to the list, there's quite a few.
And you know, you can practice Aikido on your own all the time. Just if you're walking down the corridor at school, you can be thinking about your alignment and your posture. You bringing up and being aware of everything, or you kind of staring at the floor, or worse still, at your phone as you're walking along. Actually practice developing awareness, and being in alignment, walking with ease, running with ease, sweeping the floor with ease. How could you make it easier? Digging with ease. Your body is designed to do it in a certain way. Can you find that way? So everything can be an exploration. Cleaning your teeth with ease. Not so much. Okay, so let's bow out now. Nice to see you back. Very nice to see you guys coming. You're on that stage, you're welcome back. Okay. All right. Hi guys, any thoughts from the floor?
Is it recording?
It is recording. I'm just about to take it off recording.